War has been a constant companion of human civilization, shaping borders, toppling empires, and leaving countless scars. Among the countless conflicts that have stained the pages of history, three stand out for their sheer scale, brutality, and the haunting stories that emerged from the chaos. Today, we take you on a journey through the bloodiest battles ever fought: Stalingrad, the Somme, and the Battle of Berlin. These battles not only devastated millions but also revealed the darkest and most resilient aspects of human nature. In this video, we will uncover the staggering numbers, the tactical madness, and the personal tales of survival and despair that define these cataclysmic events. Prepare to step into the hell on earth that was the Eastern Front, the trenches of France, and the final desperate stand of a dying regime. Our first story takes us to the frozen ruins of Stalingrad, a battle that raged from August 1942 to February 1943. This was not just a military confrontation, it was a duel of ideologies, a struggle for the symbolic heart of the Soviet Union. Hitler was obsessed with capturing the city that bore Stalin's name, seeing it as a psychological blow. The result was a meat grinder that consumed nearly 2 million soldiers and civilians. Imagine fighting block by block, house by house, with snipers lurking in every shadow. The average life expectancy of a Soviet soldier in Stalingrad was just 24 hours. One of the most chilling stories is that of Vasily Zaitsev, a Soviet sniper who became a legend, reportedly killing over 200 German soldiers. But the battle was not just about snipers. It was about hunger, frostbite, and the relentless artillery barrages that turned the city into a moonscape. The German Sixth Army, encircled and cut off, faced a slow death by starvation and cold. Field Marshal Paulus, against Hitler's orders, finally surrendered. Only 5,000 of the 91,000 German prisoners would ever see Germany again. Stalingrad remains a byword for urban warfare at its most inhuman. From the frozen Volga, we travel to the muddy fields of northern France, where from July to November 1916, the Battle of the Somme became a synonym for feudal slaughter. The first day alone saw nearly 60,000 British casualties, the bloodiest single day in British military history. The plan was simple: a massive artillery barrage would destroy German trenches, and then the infantry would walk across no man's land and occupy them. But the artillery failed to cut the barbed wire or eliminate the machine gun nests. As the British soldiers advanced, carrying heavy packs, they were mowed down in rows. One of the poignant stories is that of the PALS battalions, where entire communities of men from the same town enlisted together. In places like Accrington and Sheffield, virtually all the men were killed or wounded in a single hour. The battle dragged on for months, with soldiers living in cold, waterlogged trenches infested with rats. Generals like Haig were later criticized for their callous disregard for life. By the end, over 1 million men were killed or wounded on a front that moved just 6 miles. The Somme encapsulates the horror and futility of World War I, a battle where valor met incompetence on a colossal scale. Our final journey is to the apocalyptic final chapter of World War II in Europe, the Battle of Berlin, fought in April and May 1945. As the Red Army closed in on the German capital, Hitler ordered a fanatical defense, using old men and boys from the Hitler Youth. The Soviet forces, driven by revenge for the atrocities committed on Soviet soil, assaulted the city with overwhelming numbers. Over 2 million shells rained down in the first week. The city was a labyrinth of rubble, with snipers and hidden Panzerfausts. Civilians huddled in cellars, facing starvation and rape. One of the most extraordinary stories is that of the Soviet flag over the Reichstag, a symbol of victory raised after fierce fighting. But the battle also had surreal moments. The German defenders, running out of ammunition, fought with Panzerfausts against T-34 tanks. Hitler, in his bunker, married Eva Braun and then committed suicide as the Soviets advanced. The battle ended with Germany's unconditional surrender, but at a cost of over 300,000 casualties. The Battle of Berlin was not just a military victory, it was the violent death of a genocidal regime, leaving a city in ruins and a world to rebuild. These three battles, Stalingrad, the Somme, and Berlin, represent the extreme end of human violence. They remind us of the terrible cost of war, both in lives and in the psychological scars that last for generations. From the frozen hell of Stalingrad to the muddy slaughter of the Somme and the fiery collapse of Berlin, each battle offers stories of heroism and horror, of strategic blunders and sheer survival. They teach us that war is never clean and never easy. The individuals caught in these maelstrom, soldiers and civilians alike, faced choices that no human should have to make. As we reflect on these events, we must remember the importance of peace and diplomacy. The lessons of history are written in blood. It is up to us to ensure that such battles remain in the past. Thank you for joining us on this somber journey. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Until next time, stay curious.